Hello students, I am Dr. Ruby, Assistant Professor, Department of Psychology. Today I am going to take a topic on defense mechanism. So defense, what is the meaning of defense? Defense is fighting against or keeping away dangerous or traumatic situation to keep ourselves balanced. So if you see the meaning, the environment contains region of danger and insecurity. It can satisfy as well as threaten. The threatened person is overwhelmed by excessive stimulation which the ego is unable to bring under control. The ego becomes flooded with anxiety. Under the pressure of excessive anxiety, the ego is sometimes forced to take extreme measure to relieve the pressure. These measures are called defense mechanism. Anxiety is a state of tension like anger and thirst. The function of anxiety is to warn the person of impending danger. Anxiety, which cannot be dealt with by effective measures, is said to be traumatic. When the ego cannot cope with anxiety by rational method, it has to fall back upon unrealistic one. These are so-called defense mechanism of ego. So if we see the characteristics, how this defense mechanism works. All defense mechanisms deny, falsify or distort reality. They operate unconsciously so that the person is not aware of what is taking place. So this defense mechanism, we use it in our day-to-day life to keep ourselves balanced. There are different types of defense mechanism which we use it in our day-to-day life, like identification, displacement, repression, projection, reaction formation, fixation and regression. So if you see the first one, identification, it is a method by which the person takes over the features of another person and make them a corporate part of its own personality. He learns to reduce tension by modeling his behavior. For example, a child who have been rejected by their parents wish to form strong identification with them in the hope of regaining the love. So if you take in our day-to-day life, so a brother and sister, so if the sister is neglected, definitely he take this identification as a defense mechanism to keep the attention of their parents. The next defense mechanism, displacement. Displacement is taken by two factors. The resemblance, that is, substitute object to the original one. So when we are unable to show our revenge to the original stimuli, we take the optional one to relieve our pressure. So this takes place in the working environment when the person is unable to show the revenge against the boss who was scolding regularly. So he come and shows to his wife in the family, and the wife shows to his son. So this is how it goes. The next defense mechanism is repression. So Freud has divided mind into three regions: conscious, preconscious and unconscious. The preconscious material that could not become conscious when the need arose. Material in unconscious is inaccessible to conscious. Awareness, it was said to be in a state of repression. In simple terms, repression is a sort of unconscious and effective means of forgetting. Example, traumatic childhood experience. The next one is projection. An individual who suffers from a conflict escapes from the situation by attributing the impulse to some other person. Example, a man who feels guilty for being unfaithful to his wife. This produces severe conflict by accusing his wife of being unfaithful to him. The next one is reaction formation. The replacement in consciousness of an anxiety producing impulse of feeling by its opposite. That is, hate is replaced by anger. History has shown the robbers, murders turning into saints. So this we can see in the jail that is taking place. A Valmiki, a dangerous hunter, who suddenly became a saint. A Kulachana, a dangerous robber, suddenly became a disciple of Buddha. So this is the conscious prick of a person who suddenly becomes the opposite of it. The next defense mechanism is fixation and regression. The over-dependent child exemplifies defense by fixation. Anxiety prevents him from learning how to become independent. A child who is frightened by his first day at school may indulge in infantile behavior such as weeping, sucking his thumb, etc. So, this is a kind of fixation the child gets in his mind to relieve his pressure. So, on summary, under the pressure of excessive anxiety, the ego is forced to take extreme measure to relieve the pressure. The above mentioned defense mechanisms are used to overcome this pressure. Since every individual is unique and different, according to the environmental pressure, people use this defense mechanism to keep themselves balanced. So these are the important things that we feel in our life or practice to keep ourselves normal. Thank you.